Hey, welcome to the Natural Balance Masterclass. What is natural balance? What is it? Natural balance is a global movement that's expressing through the hearts and the minds of the people. It's global because of where it's expressing through, which is the heart, but the heart is not the origin of natural balance. The heart is the conduit, it's the thing that natural balance flows through, but it's not the source. The source is the source. The source is God. The source is love. The source is divine. And that's the origin of natural balance. And then from source, from divine, comes natural balance into our body, through our heart, out through our voice, expressing through our actions. And natural balance is your difference. It's my difference. It's the unique gift that I'm here to bring into creation, to bring into fruition, to bring into fruition, to a fruiting stage. So natural balance is it's your difference, and natural balance masterclass is a facet of the natural balance that I'm expressing, and it's the virtual facet. So natural balance masterclass is virtual, and then there's I'm calling this a excuse me. I just ate food and I got some things moving in my body. Another aspect is so with the virtual, I'm calling this the virtual natural balance ceremony. So this online creation, it's a virtual ceremony, and now additionally there's natural balance physical ceremonies, and I'm gonna speak to one. Have you ever felt like disconnected from source? If so, raise your hand. Have you ever felt like you were at a decision point, but not exactly sure what decision to make? If so, raise your hand. Have you ever been facilitating and like leading and you've plateaued, like you've reached this, it feels just like you're leveled out, you're comfortable, you've got your needs met, you know there's more, but there's just this aspect inside of you that just doesn't know what direction that is? If so, raise your hand. Yeah, I've experienced all three of those, and I've also moved through them, and I'm now living a life of connection. I'm now living a life of purpose. I'm now living a life of actually like having a knowing in faith of what the next step is. And so what I'm offering is an opportunity to come live to Costa Rica, and what you're coming live to is the up level ceremony. So the up level ceremony is a physical ceremony that's here in um, Earthwaking Village number 2. So it's Grace 2. It's a rural property. So there's the only structure on the property right now is a like a 30-foot glamping tent. Uh, and so it's very rural conditions. And I'm inviting you to the up level ceremony where it's a 7 day ceremony. So for five of the first 5 of those 7 days, so I'm going to speak to some of the process now. So the process is you're during these initial 5 days, we're food fasting, so we're not eating any food, and um, and we're meditating for 6 hours a day, and all of this is done in silence. So we're not even interacting with the other participants um, to really introspect and go within. And for 5 days, it's a food fast and water only. And the dates of this are December 27th through January 2nd, from 2024 to 2025. So on day number 5, That's the last day of 2024, and that's when um, we on day number 6 is when we actually eat food as a breakfast, and that is January 1st of 2025. So going into the new year, fully revitalized, rejuvenated, going from stagnation to flow, going from pain to purpose, literally going from having like no direction to being like fully radiant in your soul and in your physical body, lit up from the inside out with that fire energy. And that's available as an opportunity. And in the description of this video, uh, you'll find a link where you can email me and make a donation of $333 minimum donation. You can make a greater donation if you so choose, but 333 is a minimum donation. And when we donate, when we put our money into something, we're putting our value there. So if you value natural balance, if you value Neal, if you value yourself and you're literally ready, like you're not just getting ready, you're ready. You've decided. You're like, all right, I'm in. If that's you, you get out what you put in. So if you donate more, to the degree that you donate more is the degree of value that you'll receive. Not because anything's changed in Neal or in the ceremony, but because you've invested yourself. My time is infinitely valuable, and I know your time is infinitely valuable. And therefore, when we focus on something, we're investing our time into that thing. And if you believe in this and you think it's an amazing investment of your time, of your focus, and um, tap that link, like tap in and be part of this physical up-level session that is occurring here in Costa Rica. And thank you, God. Thank you, Thunder, for confirming what I'm saying. Like this is a monumental shift in my life and in your life experience. So are you to choose to come to this? Like get ready to have your life be transformed from the inside out. And so that's a natural balance physical ceremony that's actually scheduled. And right now there's still spots available. I don't know how long that's going to last. The cap of this event is 30 people. So once 30 people are decided that they're in, hey, they're actually going to participate. That's it. There's no more seats. So if you're even considering it, 333 minimum donation, and then send me an email. And then additionally, as a bonus, you'll receive Natural Balance Masterclass. So you'll have access to this masterclass just right off the bat. And then additionally, if you make an additional donation, so if you want to up level what you're receiving, you can donate $111 to the same link. So it'd be a total of $444. And by making this donation, what you'll receive with your spot is also a 1 hour phone call with Neal. And this phone call is on the topic of your choice. So it can be related to the ceremony, it can be related to inner work, healing, facilitating, uh, whatever. And I say whatever because when you schedule that call, the whatever is your openness, your opportunity to choose the topic. And the whatever for me is that what that topic is where I'm focused on in the time of our call. So that being said, that's an actual opportunity. And so natural balance is additionally it's divine law, it's God's law. So there's man-made law, and then there's God's law. Man-made law is mostly ego law. So it's a lot of rules to regulate what's going on. But God's law is evens over man-made law, and God's law is actually how things work. It's actually how creation operates. And if God's law is broken, creation's affected. And if God's laws are followed, creation is affected. Now, if man's law is broken, creation can literally just keep right on going. And it might be affected if you're in man's world, but if you're in the kingdom, if you're in under the authority of God and you break man's law, um, God is above man's law. So if you're submitted to God, you have the authority of God to operate from divine law, which is natural balance, and it also is part of. I know for 100% truth that it's my purpose, soul divine expression to express here on earth natural balance, my gift, divine law, and operate as an authority submitted to God the Father, operating from the Son, Jesus, and interacting with creation as spirit coming through a physical body. I know I have an innate knowing that part of why I'm here on physical earth is an expression of divine law. And I believe and I speculate that you watching this are here also with this intention, with this purpose. I don't know this, but I do speculate it. And my speculation goes so far as to include the entire collective of humanity. So I speculate that the entire collective humanity is actually here to express God's will here on earth, not the ego, not the brain, not the desires and all the things attached with physicality, this instant gratification. I'll do this and then I'll feel this way. I think we're here to transcend that and to express God into the world through us. And I also think that most people are, let's say, like not even's aware that divine law is a thing, and not even's conscious that you can utilize divine law and operate as divine law in creation, and literally have results, have fruits. And what are these results and fruits? Well, one of them is like amazing relationships, like connected, intimate, open-hearted relationships. Another one of these fruits is literally an abundance of food, and it's an abundance of water. Another fruit is like community living, because when you're under divine law, we're interdependent, all interacting with each other, assisting each other. And interdependence is a fruit of operating from divine law. When operating from divine law, there's an element of ease. There's like a gracefulness to it, which ties right into the ease. There's flow. There's authenticity. It's real. There's truth. So from source, from divine, comes information, and then we, the antenna, we pick up information, and then the brain processes, and the heart processes, but the heart doesn't need to think to process, it just processes. And then if I'm present in the moment, I have the opportunity that whatever information I've received in my brain or in my heart, when I've listened, I've actually received from that place, I now can open up. I can open up my heart. I can open up my brain. I can open up my mouth and express what has been received. But that's only possible if I actually receive, and it's only possible if I actually listen. And then that's just part of it. See, so that's the beginning of the journey. That's where most people haven't even gotten to the beginning yet. Most people are, they're still thinking about what other people think. But once you no longer think about what other people think, you can just express as the authentic you. So interdependence, it looks like codependence to a codependent person. Interdependence is people working together. Codependence, like, can look like people working together when you're in a codependent mindset. But once you transcended the codependent mindset, what's visually and what you can actually feel very viscerally is that the codependence is like energy vampire, and it's just one person receiving energy, one person giving energy, and then vice versa. In a codependent relationship, both parties are eating shit, and most people most of the time aren't even aware that they're eating shit. And the shit is the programs, and it's the belief systems, and it's actually how the entire old world is set up. It is independence and interdependence are available in the old world, but the old world, the matrix, is designed with distraction, specifically to keep you in a codependent mindset, to keep you from expressing and keep you suppressed, and in doing so, keeping you like a child and actually as a dependent, which is even before codependent. So if you're a dependent, if you're dependent on the government for food, or if you're dependent on, like a child's dependent on their parents. So it goes from dependent, codependent, independent to interdependent. If you're watching this like live, you're experiencing a lot of feeling right now. You're experiencing a lot of energy and motion. And I heard a story that Victor Otto posted, and I'm gonna relay it because I found it extremely valuable in my life, and specifically in navigating this week in particular. So here's the story. I'm gonna call this person Sally. So Sally, a woman, is walking into a grocery store, and there's another woman that is like blocking the doorway intentionally, and she says some things to Sally that were like mean and hurtful. And Sally has been a victim in the past, and she hasn't really stood up for herself. And she decided, on this day, I'm going to stand my ground. On this day, I'm going to voice. On this day, I'm going to express. And so when this other woman was blocking Sally's way and saying these hurtful things to her, uh, rather than shrinking like Sally usually did, Sally rose up, and she rose to the occasion, and said things in return that were of a similar nature, and really expressed where she was at, and that she was not taking any shit, and that she's intending to go through this doorway, and basically didn't even ask permission, and just continued past this woman. and now Sally is like exuberant. She's really feeling like I don't know, like grateful for herself for standing up. Just really joyful that she stood in her power. And Sally, um, I don't know her age, but I'm gonna say Sally is 22, and so 22-year-old Sally goes home to where she's living at with her parents, and goes into her home and proceeds to tell her mother this story about what occurred at the grocery store. And her mother's listening the whole time. And when Sally got to the part where she's like, I actually stood up for myself, I rose to the occasion, her mother just like slapped her across the face. And Sally's like, what the hell? Like, she doesn't even know what to think. And then before she could even think, like, there's two more, just wow, wow. And Sally's face is hurting, but in her brain, in her soul, she's trying to figure out what's happening. And her mother explains why she did what she did, and it's not so much explaining; it's like literally wisdom from a guru who's walked the path. It's somebody who's already walked up to the top of the mountain and is showing you where to step for the most efficient route. And so her mother speaks and proceeds to communicate to Sally that whatever level of consciousness that that other person was at when you interacted with that other person, whatever you do, don't have their level of consciousness bring you to their level of consciousness. See, we can't change people, we can't change outside circumstances. Um, so because of that, we can only change how we respond to those. See, when we're still asleep, we react to everything. Something happens and we just rah, reaction. We don't even know why we did what we did. But when we become awake and we start to be responsible for that, rah, for that, we actually become responsible for that emotion, that energy that comes up. Then that's when we're waking up. That's when we're rising to the occasion. That's when we're actually embodying responsibility. So, another aspect of this masterclass is an opportunity to make offers. So, this Natural Balance Masterclass, it's occurring every Monday at 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. And if you have an offer, if you choose to design an offer, do that, and then show up with your offer fully complete. Have a pain point, have a promise, have a name for it, and have a price for it. And have those four things, and show up with your offer, and you can have more than those four or less than those four. But basically, you're going to have like 3 minutes, and during those 3 minutes, you have an opportunity to present your offer to people here, and also to the Experience Podcast entire YouTube audience. See, where I'm filming this is on Zoom, and where this is being uploaded to is on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, like, tap that subscribe button, leave a comment, and then after you've commented, be sure and share this video so that this content can reach out to more people. So another opportunity literally in this space is an opportunity to present offers and to make an offer on a challenge you might have, a book for people to read that is potentially available. So offers is an opportunity in this space, and then there's an element of surrender that comes with expressing your gift, your purpose, because there's like two aspects of purpose, and one of the aspects is like ego purpose, where the ego creates this formulated purpose, and then it designs it to have the life experience be like comfortable and not much responsibility and a lot of relaxing. The ego will come up with a purpose that will fulfill these things, but with ego purpose, and this is what a lot of like wise elder people will say, is that when you live your ego purpose, you get it all. You get the house, you get the vehicles, you get the women, you get the animals, you get the garden. Boom, you got it. And there's still something inside that's missing, because you've got all these things outside of you. You've got all of your ego's desires met, but your soul is the thing that is alive eternally. And your soul has a purpose that transcends the ego purpose. And the ego's only purpose is to illuminate the soul's purpose. And usually, how the ego illuminates the soul's purpose is by creating exactly the opposite of what the soul would create. Not always, but this is super common, because then we're looking at this creation, we're like, wow, I've literally created all of it, and I'm like fully satisfied, like my stomach's full, I got a roof over my head, I'm hydrated, and inside, like, what, where is this? Like, there's this thing, like there's an aspect that isn't complete. And that thing that isn't complete is a perception, because the truth is you already are complete. The truth is I already am complete. And the misperception is that there's something that we can do to get complete. The collective humanity is doing their dangdest. They're doing their best. They're giving it their all to do something to get complete. And they've been complete the whole time. See, you can be complete but not done. You can be complete but not finished. There's a journey, and I'm declaring that it's perfect where you're at on that journey, and I'm declaring that it's complete where you're at on that journey. And I'm declaring that you're not your past, and I'm declaring you're not your future, but you are what you are right now, and that what you are right now is complete. So that is a belief system that one can choose to take on and have a way of being of completion. Like literally, I can show up, and wherever I show up is completion, because I'm complete. I can have a way of being of completion, so that there's never anything missing. And if I think there's something missing, it's because I'm looking for something to be missing. And when I remember that I'm complete, and that everything is perfect already in the moment, exactly the way God intended, then I'm complete. Not finished. See, I can be complete in this moment, then be like, hey, if I scratch the back of my neck right now, it's gonna open up something. It's gonna open up an energy channel that literally affects something. But I don't need to scratch the back of my neck now. Um, but because I'm complete, I can actually respond to creation, and I can choose to take these fingers, put these fingers here, and like affect my neck. So when we're incomplete, we're reactive. When we're complete, we're responsive. The degree that we're responsive is the degree that we're awake. If we're 1% responsive, we're 1% responsible, we're 1% awake. If we're 100% responsible, we are 100% awake. And I believe the only way to be 100% responsible is to decide, hey, right now in this moment, I decide I'm going to be 100% responsible. And then from that decision, there comes thoughts that point in the direction of that actually being reality. There's emotion that comes with that decision, and then there's action that additionally comes along with that. So I'm at a crossroads right now. I can keep going, or I can end this video right here. And how I navigate these crossroads is by, first of all, being present. All right. One of the easiest ways to be present is to focus conscious attention on the tongue and focus conscious attention on the feet. Choose one or the other. Don't do both at the same time. So my choice right now is my feet. So I'm feeling my feet touch the floor. So I'm actively feeling presence. So I feel present. I'm in my body. So then next, give gratitude. Um, so grateful. Literally, we've just received rain. If you've been on this video since the beginning, you've heard thunder. There's vitality right now in the environment where I'm living. There's growth. There's expansion. I'm really grateful for the rain god. I'm grateful for you watching this. I'm grateful for Neal for showing up today to be an expression. And now from gratitude, there's another piece. And this other piece is the piece that transcends all understanding. It's the piece of the piece. So it's the PIECE, it's the piece of the PEACE, it's the piece of the piece. What this piece now is, after I've now expressed gratitude, is going within and asking, love, what would you have me do here? And now listen. And right, so I receive, you can keep going. And then I also receive, you can keep going or you can pause right now. And the moment I said pause right now, the Wi-Fi got affected. And because of that, um, I'm receiving the sign that love is requesting, hey, it's actually complete. What has been requested to express by you has been expressed through this vessel. I love you. I honor you. I'm really inspired to see you on next week's Natural Balance Masterclass. Thank you for being you. Who you are makes a difference. Peace.